So, the route so far, we left a week last Sunday Edinburgh, which is over the page there, all the way down, went to London. On the Monday we got a new tyre fixed, rear tyre. Off to Dover, stayed in Dover, over to Cali. Just about killed ourselves when the back tyre blew out, the new tyre blew out, around the Ras. That's a place called Hesdon, lovely wee village which we would never have found if we hadn't had a blowout. I'd preferred not to have had the blowout. Then got it repaired at Boulogne-sur-Mer, which is the Harley Davidson dealership. Then drove to Epinay, wherever that is. It's over here someplace, Champagne country. Epinay. Went to Epinay, then down to, should have looked at this before I started, Bourges, wherever that is. There is Bourges to where we are at the moment, which is about there. It says A63, it's La Benne. These are beautiful beaches, absolutely stunning all the way around there. That's where we are. We're going to do 1,000 miles, coming back there, having a day's rest, and then I think we're heading for Andorra and heading over towards Nice. It's about 3:05 in the morning on the Solstice, summer solstice, and we're about to head off to do our 1,000 miles from Bilbao to Barcelona via Bilbao up to Montpellier and back again. Just a nice, easy. Okay, let's light this thing up. So we filled up at the garage, first stop, and you have to get you need to show that you've done your 1,000 miles, so we've got that, and it's warm already. It's going to be a warm one. And next stop, probably right about Barcelona, because we have to, not Barcelona, to Bilbao, because we have to show that you go around the route. So Bilbao, and then the next won't be the next stop, because it's a long way. The van at night. Hopefully we're back here around about 11 o'clock before midnight. Scotland would be light by now in the solstice. Not here in the southwest of France. So different than when we did the winter solstice in the UK and the equinox. Winter solstice was brutal. You only had 6 hours daylight. We hadn't got things sorted out. We've now got heated waistcoats, but then we had a whole water bottle that was stuffed up our jumper, which was fine for an hour. Then it became cold. We were in about an hour and a half between stops, so we needed about half an hour at least to recover, because it was so cold. We just started shivering like crazy as soon as we went into the petrol station in Cape. And that one involved going through sleet, rain, horrible conditions. Because of the time of stops, it took us 23.5 hours. We just did it in time and no more. hopefully our stop time is going to be a lot less this time of the year. Okay, first problem, had to stop because my back light's not working, the brakes so that just can't happen. We may start again at 11 o'clock, but we didn't get much sleep last night, so we'll have to wait and see how we feel. Most important thing is to make sure that I get my back light working. It'll just be a bulb presumably, so we will see. The joy. Across the bloody motorway because we're not going to wait up to the light. So Jan's just riding behind me because I don't have any rear lights. Stupid, should have checked. Westerners, we might just not do it this year. We don't have to do it every year in 1 year. Because you don't get a lot of sleep the night before you start off at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. So we have to start off before midnight. Might be pushing it. Never push it in the motorbike. Anyway, today I don't think I might have a bulb. Don't think so. Let's hope it is just a bulb. Hilarious. Got pedal. So after leaving at 3 in the morning, as I say, the backlight wasn't working. Discovered that there's no way we're going to continue without a light or a brake light for 1,000 miles. Like we'd been pulled over the police, nothing else. Listen, first of all, you stay safe. So we came back, managed to get some more sleep, so feeling quite refreshed. Now the rules of the Solstice IronButt are that you just have to start or finish on the Solstice. So if this is just a bulb, the only thing that's slightly bothering me at this point is that there's no brake light or rear light. So that's both filaments. Could be a fuse. If it's just that either of these and there's no reason for causing the fuse to blow, then we'll get going. Wish me luck. Okay, there shouldn't be all that grime in there. And that's the bulb. I can't even see the filament.
That is soup on the inside of that. That is completely exploded in that.
So we'll clean this up. I need to get a bulb, but they're fairly common. Of course, again, it's the things you don't take. I do have a bulb back at home, and I thought, oh, it'll rattle around, and it'll, and it'll never go. Well, there you go. It's the things you don't take that cause the problems, but we'll be able to get that from any garage. We'll get us going again. It's about 11:15. I think we know that it's definitely a blown bulb here. Going to an auto shop, fit that bulb, and if that's everything okay, we're heading off. It will mean 20 hours from say midday, so we'll be overnight. But that may be better, because it may very well be, well, it will be cooler. And Barcelona at the moment is about 31, 32. So yeah, let's see if the bulb does the trick. But it's very clearly a blown bulb, old-fashioned black stain in it.
Yeah.
Hey! Brake working?
Not really possible to see, I would say.
So we've got a ticket, starting ticket, prove that it's coming up to 12 noon. And this is when we've left. See, it's the magical time. 12 noon of the summer solstice, right in the middle. We're driving by that time. So I reckon 20 hours takes us 8 in the morning. Might be able to beat it, might not. Bad traffic thing.
arrived in Bilbao services through into Spain. Dad just working on getting his brake light actually working. Working on getting the suspension right as well. He's had it adjusted for 2 people, so he's getting bounced around the place. Oh, unbelievable roads in Spain. Even the motorways are interesting. Starting to get hotter, but as of right now, fairly bearable. Actually, pretty ideal weather.
So this is rather beautiful. We just stopped, check where we can get fuel because we're getting kind of low, but it's within 8 miles, so that's all right. But I mean, Spain is just filled with deserted motorways. You know, it's certainly been good for them being part of the EEC, because the EEC spent a fortune on building motorways everywhere, unless it's between Bilbao and Barcelona, but there's motorways that go off at all different corners, and very rarely are any of them busy. But good for them.
Good for us.
Good for us, yes, absolutely. So
through Rialto, we've been going through wine country.
Yeah, and I think we're coming up to maybe a quarter mark, I would say. Maybe a bit lower, maybe about 240 miles, something like that. What's the time now? Time, Spanish time is
4 o'clock.
Yeah, 4:05. So we need to get the quarter done. We're going to get fuel. That'll be roughly about it. We need to get the next quarter done, get halfway there. When we get to Barcelona, we're just short of halfway, and then we need to get to Montpellier, and then it'll be a case of heading home, but it'll obviously get dark, but hey ho, it'll be cooler, thank Christ. So I'm not saying that'll be a bad thing, and I think we're both feeling quite okay, we're fit. I mean, we did start at 3 o'clock this morning. Yeah. Woke up all the neighbours, the Harleys and the Triumph, and that became a rather pathetic attempt. We're back in bed by about 4 o'clock. Got some sleep, which was important, because we wouldn't be doing this if we didn't have far?
Hot. Very, very hot, but very nice.
Yeah,
Making good
it's just
progress.
very hot. And let's have a wee comparison of the bikes here. So this is the Triumph Scrambler. And how many inches of seat do you think that's got?
I actually have no idea what in terms of foam or in terms of side clears. I tell you what, in terms of foam, it's not got anything in comparison to your Harley.
And here's the Harley. Yes, must be right, twice as much. And now screens, you've got a screen. And how big do you think that screen is?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then we compare it with the Harley. Yeah, much bigger. There you go. But then you get your own back. But how old are you?
28.
Okay, and I'm 66, although I only look much younger than that. So we're done about, I don't know, we're over a third. 2/3 to go. Third done. We're getting up.
So we're in Montpellier. It's too dark for any GoPro footage as actually riding, but we are now here about 333 miles back to Bilbao. Oh, everything hurts, but yeah, we're getting there. Luckily we know we're definitely going to make it now, so homeward stretch.
So it's just coming up to 4 AM. We've got 200 miles left to go. Getting pretty tired, to be honest. It's always the same. It's the last 200 that hardest, but it's motorway all the way. So it is just, you know, this one's, well, it's not been easy, has it? Because it got up so early in the morning. The weather is certainly easier. Light in the sky makes a huge difference. The mood, everything, but how many kilometers away? Or how many miles away?
Yeah, 99 kilometers, so like 130.
130 miles to go. So we're going to get that done. We're going to do it in 24 hours. It's the hardest bit's been overnight really, because you're normally sleeping then. And we didn't get a lot of sleep the night before, but it's amazing once you've decided that it's a new day, how your spirits rise and you find more energy, second wind. So we'll get these 130 miles done, and there's been some great stuff when it was daylight, coming along the sort of south side of the Pyrenees. But we just want to get back now. But yeah, third IronButt this year for the 4 seasons.
Bike I cannot turn off. The key has managed to go missing. I think it's managed to fall out of my pocket. Of course, these Triumph Scramblers, the least favourite thing about them is the fact that they have these keyless ignitions. I think on the new ones they don't. And rather predictably, a key in your pocket when you're on a motorbike can fall out. I've retraced my steps, I've added an extra 100 miles, still not slept, so that's now 1,100 miles I've done. And the plan is to take it to a massive Triumph dealership, weirdly about 30 kilometres away from me, which seems a wee bit fortunate, but yes, they don't open till Tuesday. So I guess I've just got to bunker down until Tuesday. Worst place to be stranded in the south of France, to be fair, in a heat wave. There's benefits, I guess.
Okay, so we did 1,000 miles. And Kiana, what was it like? What was the highlights? What were the lowlights? What was good? What was bad?
Low lights, losing my keys and potentially.
So what happened there?
Got to about 60 miles left. I got a bunch of warning lights on my motorbike to tell me that my keys had fallen out of range. ended up having to double back, go back to the previous rest stop, 40 miles up the road on the French péage, and then retrace my steps. I had about 100 miles up my journey.
So you had 16 miles left out of 1,000 miles where you fully fit?
I was dying.
I
was very close to just saying, fuck it. I'm willing to just abandon the bike.
And what,
I don't care.
What do you think of keyless motorcycles?
It's the stupidest idea in the world. Why would you have... Like, keyless cars are a stupid idea because you just end up losing them about the car. Of course you end up. How many times has a key fallen out of your pocket and ended up on the side of a seat? On a motorbike, it's just abandoned on a motorway. It's stupid. It's a stupid idea. I think Triumph has realised the error of their ways and now have gone back to just normal keys. But my God. Now the Triumph is somewhere in Biarritz, which is 15 miles away from here, just outside the Triumph dealership. Obviously in France it doesn't open till Tuesday. So I mean I'm stuck here till Tuesday at very least. But other than that, spirits are high.
So that was the end. I mean, in one sense, you're just very tired at the end of a 1,000-mile trip, and the last sort of 150 miles is, and it doesn't matter whether it's warm, cold, because we've done cold ones, you're just very tired, and of course that's when things like losing your keys or something are more likely. But when you look at the trip, I mean, what were some of the highs?
I mean, France and Spain are unbelievable countries. I mean, genuinely beautiful countries. I mean, that bit between Bilbao and Barcelona, I know it was wildly hot, but the motorway, I mean, this motorway was stunningly beautiful and completely empty. They charged me for it. I mean, it cost me well over 100 quid in peages and in motorway tolls, but stunningly beautiful countryside and completely empty.
So that was some of the highs, and then what about because I mean, is an IronButt an easy challenge?
No. It's a stupid challenge. It's a stupid thing to do. If someone were to ask me why would you do this, I would say you shouldn't do this. It's a stupid thing to do. I mean, I have an incredible pain, but very fun. Fun in terms of, you know, like, I mean, is it fun? I don't know, Dad. Oh, but you turn it back on you. What was your highs and lows?
Well, it is a nuts thing to do, and I would say it is slightly less nuts in warm temperatures, but it has its own challenges because of the heat. But it comes down to the same thing. It doesn't matter whether it's the winter solstice and there's sleet coming at you and wind and rain. That last few hours, you're just so exhausted. And I mean, Keanu was exhausted, but listen, my level of exhaustion was unbelievable. And it was like that for 5 hours out, and fortunately I was following Keanu, so that's okay. Just focus on Keanu, nothing else, I can get back.
Would you say there's a difference between doing it 28 and 65? Six, there we are, 66.
Yes. But I can't understand people doing marathons. Can't think of anything worse. But it is the challenge, and this is us. We got back I don't know, and there was these other things that were going wrong, like Keanu's bike's now in a Triumph garage waiting for God knows how to get a new key because it's such stupid nonsense. Why would you not just have a key? Somebody can make a... Anyway, we'll not go there. But we got back here, we were absolutely exhausted because if you drive through the night and you've only had 4 hours sleep the night before, you know, you're just exhausted, you go to sleep. But we're out there, and we've had something to eat, and it's an achievement, I would say. It's an absolute achievement. So we're feeling good. But it's what you learn, I suppose, and what you learn is that you just have to handle everything that comes your way, and you don't know how you're going to handle it at the time, so that carries its own pressure. And there's an enormous feeling, at this moment in time we're feeling good, and it's got nothing to do with the fact that we've had a few pints of beer, we're just feeling good. And that was probably going to last us for another 2-3 days. So, yeah, lots of challenges, and it's only when you push yourself to the limits that you actually understand what you can do. And it's been another fantastic 1,000 miles in 24 hours IronButt, and we've only got one more to do, which is in September, and then we've done the 4 seasons. Any last comments, Keanu?
Well, no, I mean, to be honest, yeah, nothing. You put me on the spot here. I got nothing to close out your vlog here with that. Sorry. I'll put the wise words on you. Let's turn that back on you again. What's the wise words?
Well, there's nothing wise about it. It's a stupid fucking thing to do. Don't do it. You're an absolute idiot if you do. But you know what? If you do it, you will hate it, and at the end, you will just love the feeling.
Okay, so it would take 10 days to sort. They're very helpful here, to be fair, but 10 days before they get the part in. So I've got a friend of mine. Turns out I do have a spare key back where I live in Edinburgh. So I've got a friend of mine going back and sending out, it's maybe not a full key set, but it has a transponder in it, which should allow me to turn the bike on and at least get me home. I've discovered something else that during my yoga I was obviously having to do from being in pain. I'll see if you can see it. Yeah, from being in pain in the 1,000 miles, I appear to have just been kicking bits off my bike. So that fuse cover I've obviously just booted off, and that's a heat shield that I've obviously kicked off as well. Either way, even with a first class, you know, tracks Royal Mail delivery, probably take at least 2 to 3 days to come out here. So plan is just to rent a car, leave the bike here, go traveling a bit. We're thinking of going to Andorra and Lourdes, come back when it arrives at Triumph Anglet. As I said, they've been incredibly helpful so far. It is now Wednesday the 2nd of July, 10 or 11 days after the 1,000-mile challenge. And look at her, she's going again. She's looking a bit worse in here for a wee while. Rust on the brakes, fuse panel's gone, heat shield's gone. But other than that, she's good to go. She's loaded up. She's ready for 1,100, 1,200 miles back to Edinburgh. Yeah, I should hopefully be back tomorrow night, maybe the following day, depending on how easy I'm taking it. But no, huge fan. Triumph Anglet. They absolutely saved the day, showed me everything to do. Yeah, fantastic. Final.